Hola, en esta lección vamos a hablar sobre todo, sobre otros. We're going to review how to describe other people, so our friends, our family, etc. So you will need to remember or review the adjectives that you use in Spanish to describe people. These are all on the Quizlet set for Unidad Repaso. Primero, necesitas revisar el verbo ser. So we need to review the verb ser first. Remember, to say I am, you use the form yo soy. To say you are, if you're speaking about an informal person, you would say tú eres. To say he is, you say él es. To say she is, you would say ella es. To say you formal are, usted es. To say we are, nosotros somos. To say y'all are, vosotros sois. To say they are, if you're speaking about a male group or a mixed group of people, ellos son. To say they are, if you're speaking about a female-only group, ellas son. And to say you all are, you're going to say ustedes son. Remember that the vosotros form is really only used in Spain, so I don't require you to use it. I would just really like it if you're able to recognize it. All right. Segundo, necesitas revisar los adjetivos. Hay una lista en Quizlet. So second, we need to review adjectives. Remember, there is a list on Quizlet. Recuerdas que adjetivos son palabras que describen algo. So adjectives are describing words. In English, that would be things like tall, short, pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, things like that. Or of personality as well. So like smart, serious, organized, disorganized, things like that. So pueden describir algo físicamente o de personalidad. So you can describe something physically or personality traits. Muchos, pero no todos, son cognados. So a lot of adjectives in Spanish are cognates, or words that look the same and sound the same and mean the same thing. So algunos ejemplos son, for personality, inteligente, intelligent, serio, serious, organizado, organized, desorganizado, disorganized, perezoso, lazy, creativo, creative, artístico, artistic, atlético, athletic, estudioso, studious, also trabajador, hardworking, físicamente, physically, alto, tall, bajo, short, bonita, pretty, guapo, handsome, feo, ugly, delgado, thin, gordo, fat, pelirrojo, red-haired, moreno, dark-skinned or dark-haired. And again, this is not an exclusive list, obviously. This is just to get us started. Tercero, necesitas revisar cómo usar los adjetivos. So next, we need to review how to use adjectives. So in Spanish, remember that we have to create those happy little family sentences. So we need to make all of our nouns and adjectives and everything match in gender and in number. Okay? So, and in Spanish, adjectives have to agree with the noun or pronoun they describe in gender and number. That means that if the noun describes something feminine, then your adjective should be feminine also. And if the same noun is also plural, the adjective has to be feminine and plural. Usually, adjectives, when you look them up in a dictionary or something, or if I were to give them to you, usually I'm going to give you the masculine singular form because it's the most basic. So it's important to know how to match those, change them up a little bit so that they match what you're describing. Remember that most adjectives are going to end in OE or consonant if they're in their singular masculine form. So adjectives that end in O are the easiest in their singular masculine form because you have 4 possible endings, 1 each for masculine and feminine, singular, and plural. And these type of adjectives do make up the majority of adjectives in Spanish, remember? All right, so here's a summary list to make things match. If it ends in O and it's singular and masculine, you add an S on it to make it plural, change it to an A to make it feminine, and to make it feminine and plural, you add A. You change it to AS. If it ends in E, it's masculine singular or feminine singular, and to make either of those plural, you add an S. If it ends in ista, it's the same. So ista, istas, ista, and istas. If it ends in a Z, to make it plural, you change it to CES, and you do that for both masculine and feminine. If it ends in OR, to make it plural, you add EF, or to make it feminine, you change it to aura, ORA, and auras, ORAS. If it ends in ON, then you change it to ones, ONES, or to make it feminine, ona, and to make that plural, onas. If it ends in IN, you change it to ines to make it plural masculine, and you change it to ina for singular feminine, inas for plural feminine. Here are just some examples. El hombre es alto. We know that the man is masculine because it's a boy. So if we want to make alto, tall, match, it needs to be singular and masculine, which is what we have here. But if we want to change el hombre to los hombres and make it plural, we need to change our verb and also our adjective. So we need to change alto to altos to make it match with los hombres. Soy delgada. Notice on the left there that delgada or delgadas and somos delgadas would describe a female. If those are boys, soy delgado, somos delgados. Okay, at the top there, we've got tengo un abuelo interesante. And then mi abuela es interesante. Notice that that doesn't change even though grandpa and grandma are different genders. Next, mi profesor es idealista. And mi profesora es muy idealista. So both mean that your teacher is very optimistic or idyllic. However, profesor is the masculine form and profesora is the feminine form. So the istas, again, don't change. Some more examples. Mi hermano es trabajador. My brother is hardworking. Mi hermana es trabajadora. So we changed trabajador to trabajadora to make it feminine. Next, we have mis hermanos. So we're making hermano plural. Son trabajadores. So to make trabajador masculine and plural, it changes to trabajadores. Then mis hermanas, to make hermana plural, son trabajadoras. So trabajadora becomes trabajadoras. Next, Pablo es cabezón. He's stubborn in the head, cabeza. Okay, Pablo es cabezón. Paula es cabezona. Now to make cabezón plural, you would change it to cabezones, ONES, and cabezonas if it's feminine. Right? Hopefully this cleared some things up for you.